Hey guys, Sherm here, and today I'm going to be showing you the Aspark Owl in multiplayer in Asphalt 9. As I do not own this car, Asphalt 89 has given me some races in his fully golden maxed Aspark with all epics applied. Please consider subscribing if you have not already, and be sure to check out my Furum Clips channel, as well as my Purple Team Discord. The links to those will be in the description, and I hope you enjoy these races. So the Aspark Owl is one of the fastest accelerating cars in the entire game, with the highest stat in the game of 89.4. And since the current festive season update brings a lot of new cars to the table that also have very high accelerations, I thought it would be a good idea to make a video about one that has that similar aspect to it. Since I got a chance to drive this car at Golden Max extensively in its multiplayer season a while back, which you should go check out my video about if you haven't seen already. If you want to see more races of this car, I can say that it is not the easiest car to drive, but it can be quite reliable if you learn how to use it well. It has one of the lowest nitro efficiencies in the game, in the lowest 20 I want to say, so it's not at the very bottom, but it is the 4th lowest in Class S. So that is something to keep in mind when you're driving this car. Now, the drifting, handling, and the speed are fairly average, I would say, for Class S. Not too much to say there. Its speed is very similar to the likes of the Speedtail, the Fenner, the Zenvo, the Inferno. You guys know that very, mid-speed S-Class car. In this video, we will be showing how it performs on 6 different tracks against some lower-class cars, but also some higher-end S-Class cars, such as, for example, a Chiron in this race. In addition to that, there is another Aspark Owl, as well as a Trion Nemesis in this race as well. And speaking of the Bugatti Chiron, I'm currently making my way through its special event and its epic pre. I'm only about 6 or 7 blueprints away from maxing it out now, which I should be able to do in the next few days from the special event and the ones given in the epic pre. Now, I'm at a ever so slight disadvantage in the epic pre due to the fact that a lot of the other people in it have their cars already maxed out and are just trying to get epics for it, while as I am still at 5 stars currently. And because of that, I'm falling slightly behind, but I still feel like I should be able to get a couple of epics at least in that event. I mentioned on the channel before that maxing the Bugatti Chiron is actually one of my big goals for the game, and now I should be able to achieve it in not too long from now, so feeling pretty good about that. And in that race, Asphalt 89 had a pretty tight battle against that other Aspark coming in just behind him, but beating the Trion Nemesis and the Chiron. In the Jumeirah Drive Syndicate, I have purchased all 6,000 tokens worth of relay packs, and I have gotten to the second section of the respected rival chapter of the event, which has the GTR 50. I have unlocked the GTR 50 after 3-starring my Gallardo with approximately 70,000 syndicate coins to spare, so I did have to buy all the relay packs to get to that point. So now I'm just going to try to see how far I can get. I'm going to do as many pinned missions and other missions to get as many syndicate coins as I can at this point. If I think I have a good chance of being able to 2-star the GTR 50, I'm probably going to go for that. If not, I'll likely spend more tokens on the Saline and the Gallardo to possibly start those up. Like, for example, my Saline is extremely close to 3-star. I just need a few more blueprints for that, so that wouldn't take too many syndicate coins at all. And it appears that the Aspark has some issues on ramps. It doesn't seem to be the most stable car either, but the good thing is, with that fast acceleration, you can see it gets back up to its speed extremely quickly, even after a wreck, and with its higher top speed than, I guess, that Huracan, Asphalt 89 was able to pass him very quick and then come into first place in this race as well. So back to the Jumeirah special event, if you have the 6,000 tokens to spend on relay packs, you should be able to get at least, minimum, a 2-star Saline, a 3-star Gallardo, and a 1-star GTR 50 without much of an issue. Now, you will most likely be able to starve at least one of those cars 1 or 2 more stars, which I'm going to try to do as well, but that is pretty much the minimum. Now, I do not actually think it is possible to get beyond the GTR 50 to first the GT by Citroen and then the Devo without spending or having spent some money on the game before, because this would require you to 3-star the GTR 50, which probably is possible if you get very good luck in packs and perhaps a jackpot for the GTR 50, but for 99% of people, probably not possible. And the reason why I also added not having spent money in the game before is because if you had bought the Gallardo Legend Pass before and then had started up to completion, then you likely would be able to get past this because you wouldn't have to spend any syndicate coins at all on Gallardo blueprints, which would give you a huge advantage in the Drive Syndicate and save you probably a few 100,000 syndicate coins. So let me know down in the comments what your situation is in the Drive Syndicate and if you have possibly been able to get past the GTR 50 without spending real money, because I've not heard of anyone being able to do that yet, and I'd be really interested to know if it's at all feasible. So there's 3 multiplayer seasons going on right now. The first one allows you to use D and C class cars in any league, but no higher classes. The second one allows you to use higher end S-Class cars like the Trion Nemesis, for example, and the third one gives a max free try for the Bugatti Chiron. Now, the reason why I bring this up is some of you may be wondering if I'm going to make a video about the Max Bugatti Chiron there. Most likely not. You see, I've made a couple of videos before about the Gold Max Bugatti Chiron when it came in seasons where that was available, and I really want to use my own in a more regular season. So that's most likely what I'm going to do, not make a video about that specific Max Free Try Chiron season, but whenever I can use it in multiplayer, presumably when we reach S-Class in the MP1, then I will bring my hopefully maxed by then Chiron out and make a video then. Also, there are a couple other cars actually, including the J50 of all things, which I never actually tested in my own car at max, which I have since maxed a long time ago. Those are also ones that I'm likely to test again at some point. And here we again see the instability that a lot of high-end S-Class cars suffer from when wall riding, just going up on the side and wrecking because, well, you can't drive on the wall, and there's really nothing you can do about that. Gameloft, I thought, said that they were supposedly going to fix that in this update, but it feels like it stayed the same or gotten a little bit worse, because since I've been driving this Chiron a lot recently in events and whatnot, it seems to have been wrecking on the wall ride at least as often as it used to, possibly more, which is kind of annoying because in Buenos Aires, there are multiple places where wall riding could potentially save you some time, and I'm sure it does in a lot of cars, but the thing is, if you risk wrecking while doing it, it doesn't really do much for you, and because of that, I can't really recommend it in cars like the Chiron that have a tendency to do that. I would just try to drift around the corner like normal. Now, I personally haven't really done a whole lot of wall riding in Buenos Aires, and I'd be really interested to know what are some of the best places to actually do it. There's some places like on that bridge out in the water that I've done it, but not a whole lot other than that, like in the city. So for my general review about this car, overall, it is fairly agile. That great acceleration helps it recover quickly from any crashes, which is nice since the car isn't the most stable either. The nitro efficiency is low, so you'll have to keep an eye on that, and the top speed, handling, and drifting are quite average for its class. Overall, I would say the Aspark is a quite competitive car for Legend League multiplayer. Thank you all for watching, and thank you to Asphalt89 for these races. Please like the video if you have enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt, Forza, and other games content, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!